Hello! Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. So today we're playing some Fury of Dracula. I got a key to play some Fury of Dracula Digital Edition. It just came out recently. It's a really great hidden movement game. So today what we're going to do is we're going to do a full teach of the game that is basically everything you need to know to get by. And so it's very important just to know the basics, and there's a lot of like minutia that goes into the game that is important, but it's less important for Twitch chat. Let's just put it that way. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump into a learning game, and so let's check out this brand new stream layout that I just put together. Oh, it looks so good. All right, here we go. So this is the stream layout. And what's going to be, eventually, once we get past the first bit here, we're going to be able to actually do some Twitch chat integration where you can type in some choices and get a real-time result. So what we're going to do, just to give you an idea of what this is right here the poll. So the poll will go live eventually. Well, maybe. Let's see here. Where is it? It's hiding. Oh. Here we go. It'll go live like that. And so you'll get a idea about which one you want to do. So you type in number 1, 2, 3, or 4, and we can then go from there. So that's generally how the poll will work. So you can test it out right now by just typing in a number. Let's try that out right now. And see, you can see it live update as we go. So eventually what we're going to do is we're going to get into the game with Dracula, and we are going to play a game as Dracula, because it's really important to know how the game is, how Dracula moves and what Dracula's thinking, because most of the game Dracula will be hidden from view from the survivors, not the survivors, the hunters rather. And so knowing what Dracula does is just as important as to play the game as fully, I think. So let's jump into the game and see how we do. So we'll play through the tutorial really quick so that you all know what's going on here. All right. So it's a one versus all. We have Dracula versus the hunters. I'm just gonna kind of zoom through here. Can I just... Wait, am I just gonna cut out? Okay, you know what? I'm just going to jump in here to a real game. I thought the tutorial would be better, but it's... For purposes of teaching, I think it's best if I just run through things. Because, yeah, it's easier for everyone to see what's going on with here, and I will actually play all of these characters so that everyone knows what's going on. Alright. So, this game is broken down into... Oh dear. There we go. So Dracula will start... Let's start Dracula here in Vienna. Yes. So what happens is that Dracula has a hand of cards. Okay, let's get rid of the zoom here. There we go. This is the board. Dracula has a deck of cards with each city as a location. And on top of that, there's also the ocean area. So you have the North Atlantic, the Irish Sea, South Atlantic, Mediterranean Sea, so on and so forth. So we know that I'm currently in Vienna. So under here, you'll see that there is a card that says Vienna. Whenever Dracula moves, Dracula can move along the red roads here. So, to get... no. I can't move the map here. Okay, well... Okay. So we know that he's there, just for purposes of us knowing. Okay, so the players can also mark where they think Dracula is. Alright, so Dracula can move along these red roads here. If you can see, there's these yellow roads, white roads. Those are actually, the yellow and white are railroads, and they can only be used by the hunters. Dracula doesn't like trains, so he's just not going to use the trains. He can only travel along the red roads, which is important because certain things are not connected. So, like Vienna and Venice are not connected by a red road. It's only connected by a train. Although I don't know how you'd connect Venice to a train in the first place, but there you go. This game happens over a week, and we have a day phase and we have a night phase. During the day phase, the hunters each get one turn where they can do actions. And these are the actions that they can do. So they can move, they can just pass, they can reserve a ticket. Reserve ticket lets you travel along train routes. And a supply action, which lets you draw new action cards and other stuff like that. Daytime is the only time when the player characters actually get to move. There are some game effects that might affect that allow the hunters to move during the night, but generally speaking, they're only going to be able to move during the day. So, for example, Lord Gundalming, right here, can move, and you can move via carriage or boat. Right now he doesn't have any train tickets, so he can't travel by train. If he were to move onto the boat, he'd move into the Black Sea. And from the Black Sea, then he could move over to the Ionian Sea, and like this is basically a way to travel a little bit faster than by roads. But the downside is that it's slow. You have to want to get over here. It's the fast way to get over here, but it's dangerous because you're not actually finding Dracula. And I'll explain why in a second here. So generally we're going to just kind of go on carriage routes. So we're going to go like this and start moving towards this, and we'll confirm action. John Stewart is right here. And if we pass, he would just stay there and not do anything, which is not a good idea early game. Let's do a supply action for Jonathan. Yep. And so he gets dogs. And, and this is important. You draw 2 cards, but some of the deck has a bat symbol on it. If you draw during the day, those bat symbol cards are just discarded. So you don't get a card, but nothing else happens. So you can see that, let's go back to Jonathan here. Jonathan just got dogs. So if you reveal any one of these cards, you can basically discard that card immediately. So dogs give you an ability when you find Dracula's trail. So it's always good to just have these guys nearby. Okay. So that's what drawing a supply is. Okay, let's go back to the current turn, which is Van Helsing. It looks like you can trade. That's not possible. I don't know why that's... Is this... When you trade instead of an item cards, you can choose to trade event cards with Hunter in any city. Okay, so Van Helsing can trade in any city. Normally, you're only allowed to trade in when you're directly in the same space as someone else. So, but Van Helsing can actually trade... No. Van Helsing can trade basically wherever he can trade event cards with a hunter in any city. So item cards are only in the same city. Van Helsing can trade event cards, and I'll explain what those are in a second. Mina has a special action that if you're in the same city as another hunter, Dracula has to reveal whether or not he's in the region. And so you can see that the regions are these colored areas. So we have like Italy, we've got Eastern Europe, we've got like Turkey and Berlin, and up there this is like France and Spain, and the British Isles. So if Mina is in another space as another person, this little special action will pop up, and Mina can then say, Dracula, are you actually in the same spot? Gundalming, what's his special ability? When you're supplying a large city, draw 2 item cards instead of 1, and that's why we were able to draw 2 cards over there. When you reserve a ticket, gain 2 ticket tokens instead of 1. So basically, he's just super rich, so getting tickets is actually not a bad idea for him, and I'll have to remember that. And yeah, Van Helsing is the trading ability. Okay, so current turn is Van Helsing. He's going to, again, we're just going to try to move a little bit and see what we can do. We're going to try to move into Cologne. Yep. And then Mina will get to move, and I think what she's going to do is she's going to carriage over to Mr. Van Helsing here. Okay, so again, this is now night phase. Notice that Dracula has not been able to go yet. So there's a day phase where every character gets one action, and then there's a night phase where every character gets another action, Hunter, with the exception that during the night they cannot move. They can only do other special actions like this. So it's probably going to be good for... let's have Gundalming... Let's have him supply. It's going to be dangerous, but let's have him supply. So he gets a pistol, and he gets a rifle. So this is actually, he becomes a very potent hunter. And now he gets another card and another card. So basically he's getting a ton of stuff. Okay, and now you play this immediately. Dracula must announce the name of each hunter who is adjacent to his current location. So this is a way that we could see... Oh, he's not adjacent to any hunters. Well, we knew that because he's currently in Vienna. Okay. So, again, let's kind of go back. He has two items now. A pistol, which allows... this is for a fight, and I'll explain how fights work in just a second. And a rifle. So, again, it's just more fight cards that you can do. So supplying allows you to kind of beef up and get new stuff. You do have a hand limit, but we'll get to that eventually. Alright. So it's John's turn. He is going to reserve a ticket so that he can get a few things. So he can go along the white line, one space. So, really quick here. There is a white line that connects these guys. Really? Is there? I can't tell. I can't move this along. He's in the way. I think Marseille is connected there. Alright. Van Helsing. So Van Helsing is in this space, and he definitely wants to stay there. I have not said how to win or lose yet. Well, obviously, the hunters win if they kill Dracula. That's it. That's the only way that the hunters win. The Dracula can win by getting influence, and that's really the only way he wins. So the hunters basically have to hunt Dracula down, and Dracula just has to be like, nope, I'm going to hide for as long as I can. So Van Helsing is, I think, just going to supply as well. Yes, let's do that. He got a pistol. And, oh, no. Okay, so Dracula just got a card. Because we're supplying during the night. And again, that deck is randomized. And there are a certain number of Dracula cards that if you draw during the night, it immediately goes to Dracula. Which is a sad thing for supplying at night, but there we go. All right, so now Mina and Van Helsing are in the same city. So that unlocks Mina's special ability to use the Psychic Bond, which says, Dracula, are you in my region? Dracula isn't in Germania, so we know that Dracula currently is not here. Okay, and so now Dracula gets his turn. Let's check out what this card is. So this is the card that we just got because Van Helsing drew that card. So, play during the Dracula phase. Resolve one of the following. Remove Consecrated Ground token, discard Hunter's current ally, and Hunters cannot supply during the next Hunter phase. So, like, this we could play and maybe stop them from supplying more. But honestly, it's probably best if we just kind of hold off. I don't know, maybe this is good to play. We always have to move, that's the thing. So let's actually submit this, okay? So we will play Prevent Supply, so they are not allowed to draw cards next turn. But now we have to move. Note that there are 6 spaces here. This basically creates a trail, and you are not allowed to retrace your steps while a card is currently on the trail. So once I move out of Vienna, the card is already here, so we can't backtrack. And as chat says, you can't back Dracula. That's hilarious. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to demonstrate... let's get close to a Gundalming, just for the sake of learning. Let's move to Budapest. Yes. And we get to choose an encounter card to place in this area. So each encounter card looks like this. You have an immediate ability and you have a mature ability. The immediate ability happens when a hunter would search an area where your trail is. So if once a hunter reaches one of your trail locations, then they have to do this. They can search and see if there's something that they need to deal with. Because if they don't deal with this card, before it falls off the 6th track here, the 6th spot on the track, this thing happens. And so it says, take all Dracula event cards from the discard pile, secretly choose one to place in your hand, and shuffle the rest into the event deck. So if this goes all the way and the hunters don't deal with it, and it falls off this track because we've gone all the way down, then it triggers. So we have other things like this where it places fog tokens. We're going to just go ahead and ban this person really quick. Thank you very much. Okay. And so fog tokens, it delays people, so it makes it harder for them to get around. These are things that I'm not really going to explain all that much until they become relevant. Where is it here? Let's see here. Okay, so Aristocratic Vampire. This is one way that Dracula can really advance his play. So ambush is when a hunter moves on to a space that has one of these cards, you can choose to reveal it immediately, and the hunters have to deal with it. This one you can't. They have to actually search for it and try to deal with it that way. If this matures, you can see it right here. Advance the influence track by 4, and this track right here along the side is the influence track. If we get to 13, we win the game as Dracula. So we really want to play cards like this and keep them hidden. Try to throw the hunters off this scent, because if this triggers when it goes off the end, it's going to be great. And then again we have fog. So let's just throw this down, because why not? Okay. And I got a Reckless Vampire as a replacement. So I always have 5 of these available, and we can always look at what are here, so we know that this is Budapest with an Aristocratic Vampire right here. Okay. So if this doesn't mature, then we're all good to go. Alright, so that's the end of Dracula's turn, and we go back to Lord Gondalming. Okay. And again, I'm just going to try to get Dracula and Lord Gondalming together so that I can show off combat. So we're just going to kind of zoom through these moves here. Sure. Move carriage. Here. Great. Yeah, okay, so this does connect there. Okay, Van Helsing, he's going to move, he's going to carriage, he's going to go over here, yay, okay. Yep, and then Mina is going to move. She's going to move down here, there we go. Yes. Did you notice this little bite mark here? This bite mark allows Dracula to see one card from your hand. And you can have up to 2 bite marks, I believe. One of the other characters, is it Lord Gondalming? I don't think so. One of the other characters, one event card and 1 item card from your hand. So you need to have them revealed. And I think there's one other character that can have two bites. I forget exactly which one, but that's less important. We want to knock these guys out because that gets us influence too. So again, I need to show you the fights. So I'm just going to pass. Yes. Okay. And pass, because we can't resupply. Pass. Yes. And sure, reserve ticket. Why not? Okay, there we go. Alright, so Devilish Power's gone, so they can resupply now. Okay. So now I'm going to move Dracula into Zged, and we're going to have him do this. Zagani Mob. Finish turn. And we're going to go back to Lord Gondalming. Okay. And now, just for sake of showing how things work here, we're going to carriage over to Zged. And, hey, look at that. Dracula's revealed, so he actually shows up. But now Lord Gondalming has to deal with this thing. So the hunter suffers 2 damage Then the hunter suffers 2 damage and becomes delayed unless they reveal a weapon card. Okay? So, continue. He takes 2 damage, and now he can reveal a pistol and be like, hey, I have a pistol. Okay. Yep, he revealed a pistol. Oh, look at that. Cool. And now, what's cool here is that we revealed Dracula. So we're still, all the characters still have to go through this entire phase. So if multiple players could get into the same place as Dracula, right now, it would be very, very good. So we're trying to, like, I don't think we can do it now because, again, like, they're too far away. But trying to, like, corner Dracula and try to attack all at once is a very, very good thing to do as the hunters. Because you basically get free hits in on him, and he has 15 health, which is a lot. Okay, so he's just going to move here. Yep. I'm going to go through it. There we go. We're going to Van Helsing our way down here. Yep. Nina's going to, again, move here. Yep. And we're going to cause a fight here. So this is what happens when a combat happens. So Dracula's like, hey, what's up? So, the hunters always have access to 3 basic cards. They have dodge, they have escape, and they have, there it is, punch. Remember that Lord Gondalming picked up 2 special item cards, pistol and rifle, that also work there as well. So again, Dracula has 15 health. We're trying to, if the hunters get him down to 0, they win the game immediately. So, what's going to happen here is Lord Gondalming is going to say, you know what, I'm going to pistol you. Alright. And Dracula's going to look at his combat cards. So we've got Claws, we've got Escape is Missed, we've got Plotting, we've got Strength, and we've got another Strength. So, Dracula knows that there's a pistol. Because he had to reveal that pistol to not take extra damage from the event card that got revealed. So, I'm going to choose Claw, just to show something here. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, this is important. So Claws, see the symbol right here? This symbol matches the pistol here. So the pistol basically means that Lord Gondalming is at range and cancels Dracula attack. So if Dracula plays any one of these cards, so like right here, we'll do this, it will cancel Dracula's card. So Dracula just got like shot in the face, so he's probably going to be like, goodbye. And escape his bat. This is a fairly easy way for Dracula to just be like, sayonara, sucker. And Dracula just gets to run away. So this is a downside to being a hunter, is that it's very easy for Dracula to escape. You basically need to anticipate when he wants to escape and play a card that prevents that. So that's the basic idea of what is happening here. So again, clear current hideout and move up to 2 roads away. Yes. So if he escapes, that's what escape as bat means. He's basically flying away and it's like, goodbye. And where's he going to go? He's going to go, I think, all the way down here. He's going to get out, and he's going to try to go to the sea to escape. An important thing is that Dracula does not travel by sea very well. If Dracula goes out to sea, he doesn't get to place one of those event cards. One of these event cards at the top here, he doesn't get to place that. Also, the card that is a sea space is blue, so that the players will know that Dracula is on the water right now. So being on the water is very dangerous for Dracula, but it also means that he has a lot of flexibility about where to land at port. So there's a trade-off here. So the hunters do know that he's up to 2 spaces away. Yes, he also takes 2 damage just for going on the sea, and 2 damage every time he stays at sea, and when he goes to port, he takes a damage. So he's taking damage the more time that he's at sea. So, with all that knowledge in play, what we're going to do is we're going to drop into... we're going to exit this, we're going to quit this, and we're just going to play a Dracula game. Only a Dracula game. Local game. And this is when we're going to pull up the just delete these ones. There we go. So we're going to make these all computers. And right now there's only one basic artificial intelligence to play the game, and the plan is that they will be adding more levels of difficulty. Right now it is pretty easy to play, but playing as hunters is pretty difficult. But I'm playing this Dracula game today just to kind of give an idea of what this is, how this is played, and what Dracula's thinking. I'm going to narrate kind of my thoughts, and then you as the chat can vote on which options that I give you. So we're gonna drop right in here and see what happens. All right. So we get to select where Dracula starts, and I think what might be interesting is to start him on the British Isles, because I don't think they will know what to do with it. It's a little bit dangerous because I'd have to get out to the North Atlantic. I'd have to get to Galway to make up my way back here. Or maybe I should just stay on the main coast here and just try to dodge them out. No, every player gets to choose where they start. This is just where the artificial intelligence chose to place them. It's at the beginning of the game, you do get, as the explorers, hunters, you do get to choose where they go. So, I think we're going to start in Barcelona. And I think the plan here is to kind of take a windy route around here and kind of go along the coast here, just with an escape route if we need to. So I think because Barcelona also allows us to see if Jonathan is going to be following us, and we can do some sneaky routing to get away from him. Okay, so we're going to come over here. We're going to start in Barcelona. All right. So Godalming is going to just go directly into the Black Sea. He's just going to be like, goodbye. I don't really recommend doing that beginning. Oh my gosh, this is going to be great. Okay, so Jonathan is going away from Spain. This is what we wanted to see. And Van Helsing, you can see, moved into Mina Harker's space, and at which point she immediately did the psychic bond, so they know I'm not in Gallia, which is France. And now they each get to take a turn. He is going to just, I think, pass. Yep, because he's in the ocean. If you're in the ocean, you can't do anything with it. All right, so it looked like John. Oh, that's sad. It looks like he drew an event card for us. Nice. So place up to 3 storm tokens on the board. Hunters cannot move into a sea zone that has a storm token. After each dusk, choose and remove 1 storm token from the board. I think at the end of the Dracula phase is when I want to... Yeah, this is not going to be really useful for me right now, so let's do it at the end of the Dracula phase. Okay. Because no one's going into the ocean right now, so it's like, whatever. Ooh, that's really good that Jonathan did not come towards Spain, because evil presence... Yikes. Okay, Dracula's not adjacent to anyone. Who knew? Okay. Mina Harker got a card that we don't know about, but we also got Sensationalist Press, and I'll explain what that does when it comes to my turn. Okay. So again, this is something that I need to play immediately, and Sensationalist Press, this is when certain event cards that the players play, I can basically cancel that event. So the evil presence that just happened with Van Helsing, he just triggered that event card that said, like, is anyone adjacent to you? Well, if I was adjacent to someone, I could play Sensationalist Press and be like, oh no, he's totally not near you. No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. So I have things that I can mess around with them. So might make them think that I'm doing it if I'm playing against humans. All right. So again, I think my plan is to just go around Spain and just like not care about them. So we're gonna go over to Zaragoza. Again, Dracula can never travel along rail paths. All right, take all Dracula event tokens. Okay, so which one do we want to play? Again, because they're going away from me, I want to play cards that are going to get me tons and tons of influence. So, like, Aristocratic Vampire, I think, is a very good card right now. Because, again, we can advance the influence track by 4. Okay. And I get Reckless Vampire as well. Okay. And now we're done. Okay, again, we're trying to let this go. Okay, yeah, and we're going to summon Storms. Continue. And I think we're just going to make it so that this guy can't even come near us. So we're going to put that one there. Sure, that one there, too. Make it really hard for him to do anything. And then let's put one in the English Channel just to give them a little bit pause. Yeah, what's she gonna do? Yeah, just going right back to your spot. Ha! Ha ha ha. Ha. Alright. Okay, he's just moving. Again, this is during the day, so they're moving about. And is she going to use... I wonder if she'll use her special ability during the night phase here. Alright, let's remove the Ionian Sea one. There we go. Okay, he got cards. He got more cards. Oh boy, he's going to get more cards. Okay. Choose 2 cities. Dracula must reveal those cities' location cards. Ooh. Well, that's dangerous. So I could use Sensationalist Press and just cancel this right now, but they have no idea where I am. And I only have 2 cards in play. And there's a lot of cities on the board. So I think I'm going to just let him do it. Oh, yeah, see, look at that. Nothing found. Okay. And I just got a new card because John Seward, it looks like someone took a card. There we go. Okay, Dracula face. Again, we're just going to make our way around Spain. We're just going to make our way around Spain. Alicante. Yes. Okay, and it's important to note that because this card will clear the 2 cards before it as well, I don't want to place anything that's going to matter to me all that much. So this is a good time to, like, just get rid of it. I think rats might be fine. I mean, I don't have damage and I don't anticipate getting it, so for a while at least. So this is probably fine. I like roadblocks. Roadblocks are really good. We want to save this one until we have a couple cards before us. Okay. So we're going to do Desecrated Soul. We're going to... Soil. Desecrated Soul. And... Godalming, what are you going to do? You're going to move over to Varna. Alright. Anything else? Nope. Ooh, Johnny boy. Johnny boy. Uh-oh. Van Helsing is coming down towards Spain here. This is... I don't like that. So is she. Uh-oh. You'll find that, like, as hunters, it feels like this game is huge and has a ton... Like, it's almost too big, but once you find Dracula's trail, you can hone in on him very, very quickly. Mastermind asked, are the hunters AI controlled, or are you playing with someone? It is AI controlled hunters. So I'm just playing a Dracula game here. Alright, so let's do a poll here, just for a little bit funsies. I'll get a poll going. Let's remove the English channel because they're not going to need that. During the next Dracula phase, I'll trigger a poll and see what happens. So he's getting an item card and another item, and he has to discard one because he has a full hand already. Okay. So he's invoking this one. Play immediately to search a location or as an ally. So search a location. Choose one city. Dracula must reveal that city's location card. So again, he's just searching one. Or... Oh, that's what he's doing. So he's going to search one location. But he found nothing. Okay. I couldn't cancel it anyway, so... Oh, there we go. Okay, what do you do? Oh, he's stuck on... he's stuck on there. And I get Devilish Power, because someone drew a card and it was bad. Okay, at this point, I might want to play Sensationalist Press. Because if they find one of my cities, they might be getting closer to Spain, realizing that I'm in Spain. So they might want to choose things there. I'm going to actually use Sensationalist Press and just cancel it. There we go. Okay, now it's our turn. Alright, so right now, we do have the option to play Devilish Power. And it allows us to disallow them from supplying next round. But Jonathan's in the water right now, so I don't think that that's super useful. So let's move. And so right now, we have a choice between Madrid or Granada. So where should we move? And we've got Madrid or Granada. So, go ahead and vote right now on which one you want to move to. Again, the options here is, Granada allows us to kind of get out of Spain quickly if we think that they're coming in. Or Spain, continuing down through Granada, we might be able to get out that way. So, let's do a quick vote. Oh, whoops. Nope. I didn't mean to do that. Nope. I forgot that we can move into the Mediterranean Sea as well. But we're not going to do that. I'm giving you those two options. All right, we're 50-50. Madrid and Granada. And Ken, do you want to throw in your hat in the ring here? Oh, it looks like Homida also voted for one as well, but it didn't come through. Oh, it's truly 50-50. Wow, we're split right down the middle. Yeah, I realized that. Homida, thank you very much for hanging out. Yeah, so if it's 50-50, I'll make the final decision here. I think we can say we can come down here to Granada this one time. Because even we have a couple turns to know what they're doing, so I think Granada might be a good decision right now. So let's do this. So we'll move to Granada. Yep. And let's see here. Hoax. So again, let's go through. Let's kind of go through what we have available to us. Right now we have this card that will get us 4 influence, but it will clear the previous 2 cards on top of that. So we want to make sure that this card doesn't matter. So I'm not going to provide y'all a choice for this one. We're just going to try to get rid of a card that we don't really care about. So Desecrated Soil, again, not super useful for us. But now we're starting to get some more big vampires that can do us some good stuff. So again, just to keep in mind, we have this Aristocratic Vampire in Saragossa, which is right here. So if they come here, they can just get rid of it. So we kind of want them to not do that. We want it to trigger. And either way, what might be good is we come down here, we drop another Aristocratic Vampire, make it really hard for them to get to this spot, and then book it out. Note that there's no train coming to this either, so it's especially hard for them to get to this spot. So dropping an Aristocratic Vampire here is a good idea. Thank you very much, Homida. I appreciate it. All right, so we could... Do we want to play Devilish Power? So basically, this is a question that I am going to pose to you. Should we use Devilish Power? Devilish Power. Well, I cannot do this. I'm just going to do yes and no. Okay. So Devilish Power will let us make it so that they cannot supply and get extra items during the next Hunter phase. We could do it now, or we could save it for later. So should we use it now or not? Go ahead and vote in the in the chat. It does look like we are just going to keep it. We're going to keep it for a future round and see what the hunters do. Okay, so we're going to finish our turn. We're going to choose not to use that. All right, thank you very much. All right. So Gondalming moves into Sophia. Seward moves. He's moving so far away right now. Oh boy. Van Helsing is moving away from us. Okay, so we did make a good decision, moving down further into Spain. So this is good. This is good. All right, and again, Mina's moving away too for some reason. Eventually, the publisher of this game is going to put more AI into the game to make it a little bit more challenging. But again, like as hunters, and you have not found him yet, like this should be very stressful for you. Like this needs to be found sooner rather than later. And again, we're in dusk right now. So there's 2 phases in between night and day that are basically like upkeep turns. It's when fights are triggered or like right now, the storm token needs to be removed from the Black Sea. So that's what that is. Okay. So Gondalming's getting more event cards. And, oh, darn, John, you're just giving us a bunch of really great stuff. So again, it's probably good that we didn't play that card because we're getting more cards right now. Okay, so local rumors means that we are not remotely... Yeah, the hideouts are not remotely close to that. So that also tells a lot, though, because so Mina knows that there are no... Dracula has not been even remotely close to them for a while. All right, so... Again, we do have the option to use Devilish Power. So let's just do this really quick. Should we use Devilish Power this turn? So put it to you. Yes or no? Again, just to give you an idea, this basically allows us to they cannot supply during the next hunter phase. And we'll give it another 20 seconds or so. My inclination is to say no to this, just because they're just flooding us with cards right now, which is great. Yeah, I don't think, with the viewers that we have, I don't think that can be overcome, so we're going to finish the poll and hide that. Okay. Okay, so we're not going to do that. Let's check out the cards that we got. So we do have Devilish Powers. We have Hidden Scheme. So play at the end of Dracula phase. So we could play this. If there is a hideout on the 3rd space of the trail, place an encounter card on it. Ooh. We'll consider this in a second. That might be a no-brainer. It depends on... I'm not entirely sure about the mechanics of how the game is thinking this will happen, but we'll get to that in a second. Play when a hunter performs a search action. So if they search... So again... These yellow event cards here, so again, I'm just going to go here. These cards, I can't ambush, so they actually have to search here. All right, thanks a lot, Ken, for hanging out with us today. So you can't ambush with this card. So they actually do have to search. Other cards, like Desecrated Soil, I can trigger this when they show up and just make this happen. So draw 3 encounter cards. So I might want this to happen. And they need to have a Heavenly Host to get rid of it, which is actually pretty good. So, having 2 here. Yeah, okay. So, again, they're moving so far away, but I do want to provide the option to chat. So again, we have the option. We do not have the option to move back to Alicante. And we're not in a port city, so we can't move to the Mediterranean. So do you want to move to Madrid or Cadiz? And let's go ahead and start the poll. So where do you want to go? Do you want to go to Madrid, which is north of Dracula, right here, and get out of Spain? Or do we want to continue into Spain and go to Cadiz? Go ahead and vote right now in chat. Give it it another 20 seconds for people to drop in and vote if they want to. But I think this is I agree. I agree with Mastermind's decision here. I think we only have one person, but that's fine. So we'll move to Cadiz. Close to finish the poll. There we go. And high poll. There we go. Yes. Okay, and again, I think I just want to let's throw a I forget exactly how this works. So I want to be a little bit careful with things. So I think I'm going to put a hoax here. Okay. I forget what happens when they resolve, if it's when it falls off or when you place a new one. So, yeah. So right now, I could play... Oh, at the end. So right now, I could do this. If there's a hideout on the third space of the trail, place an encounter card on it. Again, I do not want to do that. So this is the third space of the trail. I do not want to put another encounter card on here because this, when this resolves, will clear these three. So I don't want to put an extra one there. So that's definitely not a thing that we're going to do. Okay. Okay, Gandalming, what are you going to do? He's going to hang out with John. All right. John is going to... They're just switching spots. This is not a good artificial intelligence right now. All right, so Van Helsing is coming back towards us, so... And Mina Harker is, again, moving so far away from where we are. All right, Gandalming will supply, and he does get an event. And Seward gets an event. Okay, well, that's... There we go. Local rumors. Dracula must reveal all location cards and hideouts adjacent to your current location, and he is not adjacent to anything, so he's going to find nothing. I think the closest one is, like, way south here. Alright, play immediately to search a location or as an ally. So we don't know which one they're going to do here. But she could search a location and possibly get... Okay. Ooh. The ally is also dangerous as well. But I don't think we... Oh, she searched. Okay, great. So you can play cards as allies or as you saw, for an immediate effect. So they're just trying to find me right now. They still have not found me. To keep you in the loop, we started in Barcelona, moved to Saragossa, we moved to Alicante, to Granada, and then finally to Cadiz. And again, we're just going to loop our way back up and around. Okay, so again, I think... Ooh, this is not helpful. Okay, so do we want to move to Lisbon, Madrid, or the South Atlantic? Move to Madrid. What was that one? Was it Lisbon? Yeah, Lisbon. Oops. Lisbon. Or do we want to go out to sea? Okay, and let's start the poll. So right now you can vote on which answer you'd like for us to go to. Again, just to be clear here. We have the option to... Again, I wish I could redo this. This is not ideal. We can go to Lisbon, we could go to South Atlantic, or we could start making our way out towards Madrid. This is slightly fast. Actually, it's about the same distance, but there we go. Looks like we're going to Lisbon. All right. We're going to hide. Let's go. Lisbon. Lisbon we are going to, yes. And now we can probably drop a Reckless Vampire. Again, this is a way to advance the influence track by 4. So we're far enough away so that it's safe and will not get removed when this triggers. So, all right. Do we want to use Devilish Power and block them from getting more stuff? I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters here. Again, like, you made it very clear that unless we're getting a little bit more dangerous, then we should hold on to it. And do we want to place another encounter card? No, we do not. So we'll hold off on that. Lord Gundalming, what you gonna do? Are you gonna go? You're gonna go. Is he in the water right now? I think he's in the water. Yeah, he's in the Adriatic Sea right now. Okay. So again, we can see what Mina has here. She has a Holy Circle, so choose one or more hunters to be removed from combat, then discard their card. And she also has the Long Night, which is during the next night, hunters can perform move actions to move by road. So this is the one thing that allows you to actually move by road. Oh yeah, Holy Circle also cancels literally any card that Dracula plays. Again, the downside to Mina is that she has a bite, which means that she is automatically not able to... she has to reveal one event card and one item card permanently. So, there it goes. Alright, so this one's going to mature, but there's no event card underneath it, so nothing's going to happen. And I think we're just going to quickly go along here, and we're just going to continue to Santander, and because we're just trying to get out. Once we start getting close to them, I'm going to start triggering this thing again. Again, let's see. These are things that we don't want. We don't really care about. Let's just put that there. The spy. We'll put spy there, and we got bats. All right. Just to be clear, we have a bunch of cards. So, Seduction. If they perform a search action, and there's a vampire encounter in the hideout, that instead of resolving the encounter, that hunter is bitten. Then you get the card back. So basically, it lets us get more information and makes it so that we actually get some value out of the vampire, because they'll likely just get rid of it at this point in the game. Hidden Schemes, again, if there's a hideout on the third space of the trail, place an encounter card under it, which is a very good thing. And Wild Horses, before any cards in hideouts or lairs are revealed, move the hunter to an adjacent city. So this is basically another way to delay the hunters. I think we're just gonna finish the turn, though. Let me see. Okay, I want to, next turn I want to play the card that lets us put another card underneath here, underneath Lisbon, so that that'll trigger 2 vampires in one fell swoop. Finish turn. So we're not going to do that. So we're going to do that next turn, though. All right. I don't know why they're putting pins in here, because they know that nothing is here. Jonathan is like, they're all on the other side of the board for me. Yeah, we're not, no. If they move by road, like, whatever. Oh, look, Van Helsing might be coming to find us again. There's nowhere to hide, except Spain. Yeah, we're just gonna let Van Helsing do that thing. And Mina, what are you doing? Oh, you're coming back here. So it's going to ask us, anytime that they go on the roads, do we want to use the wild horses? And we're going to say no, we don't care. So during the night, Gundalming is going to pick up some more stuff. Yeah, nobody suspects the Spanish vamp location. No one. Oh. Reveal the location card on the third space of the trail. I think we should... Oh, that just reveals it. Ugh. Oh, that hurts. Okay, so there are a lot of event cards that are very good for the hunters, that just give an immediate information. Yeah, we're end of Dracula phase. We'll hold off and see what they're doing. So Van Helsing is searching. But Cadiz is way down here. It's way down here. They're not going to get over there. Oh, I have to discard a card. Oh, I'm discarding a card. I thought he was searching a location. I was like, well, something's wrong here. I don't think we really need to... Oh, we should have played Summon Storms right away. We have a hand limit here. Oh, I mean, Summon Storms is not really going to help them right now, so... I guess I should have played that. I have to keep that in mind. She gets a train ticket. They're like, crap! He's way over there! Alright. Now this starts to get a little bit harrowing. We know that this is going to trigger an aristocratic vampire next turn, which, again, for those of you who might be just joining us, reveal this location card, advance the influence track by 4. We can't go to Saragossa. The only places that we can go right now are Madrid or the South Atlantic. Or we can go over to Bordeaux. Because, again, we can't go to Saragossa because it's currently on our track right now. Yeah. Oh, it's going to clear... Oh, it's going to clear Cadiz as well. No. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, this is fine. So, it does clear... Yeah, it clears the 4th, 5th, and 6th place. So, we have this guy that's going to be on the 3rd spot, so we're going to put him an extra one there, because I don't think they can get there in time to save it. So, Yeah, I think we're just going to get out. We're going to start leaving, going into France here. Yeah, we can only go to those 2 spots. I don't think going here, because if we go to Madrid, we're basically stuck to going here next turn. So we want to leave our options open. So we want to go to Bordeaux. Have some wine. Okay. And we're going to drop... We don't really care. I mean, yeah, sure. We'll just put a delay here. Okay, great. So Dracula revealed Saragossa. Dracula receiving wolves. And now... Oh, we don't use Devilish Power. But we're going to finish our turn. But now we want to put something on the 3rd space of our trail. So submit. Continue. And we want to put another card that gets us influence here. So we're going to increase by 4. There we go. So we have 2 cards under the 3rd space. So if they don't get down to Cadiz and deal with at least one of them, we're getting 8 influence and getting to 12 in one fell swoop. So you can start to see the difference between the Hunters and Dracula. Dracula has very specific goals, and this is why I'm playing a Dracula game first, because it's important to know what's going on behind the scenes and what Dracula is capable of before playing a Hunter game, which we will do after we're done with this one. We're not going to do this. We don't really care. We care a little bit about Van Helsing, but we don't... Yeah. Yeah, no, we don't care about that. So Van Helsing is probably going to... Yeah, he's going to move closer to here. And I think we're okay with that. Yes. Yes, we're okay with that. And the reason for that is we're in Bordeaux right now. So, like, we can just go up and hang out in Nantes. Yes, King of Autumn, this is the same thing as the board game itself. So if you know how to play the board game, you can play right along. Okay, so we're still fine here. All right. Do a night phase. And, oh, I'll explain something coming up here in just a second. Yeah, they have a ton of item cards. That's the downside right now. Like, if I start fighting them, they're going to hurt. Choose 2 cities. Dracula must reveal those cities' location cards. I mean... Oh, okay, well, they didn't find anything. That's weird, because they know that I was in Cadiz. Eh. Again, the AI in this is not great for the Hunters. Dracula is decent as the AI here. Reveal the card on the 3rd space. But I thought they knew that. I mean, I can't stop it, so they know it's in Lisbon. They're not getting down there. That's so far. All right. So Dracula. Let's see what we got here. So we see that Van Helsing is right next to us. So that's a little bit dangerous. What cards do we have? We have Seduction. So if they perform a search action, we can just bite them and then leave, which is great. Devilish Power. Again, we've been saving this one for a good use. And Wild Horses lets us send them to another location if they travel by road. False Tip is if they play Chartered Carriage, we can cancel that. So basically it makes it super easy for us to block them from moving. So right now, what is he going to do? So he can move basically to any city that we're on, and I think what we want to do is we want to send him on a wild goose chase and send him away. So I think we're going to go up towards Nantes. Actually, here, let's pose this to the chat. We have a couple options here. We don't want to go into his location right now, but do we want to go to Toulouse or Nantes? Because we can play some mind games with them with the Wild Horses card. So move to, and we're going to do... we've got what? We got Toulouse or Nantes. Okay. Toulouse, Nantes. Okay. So right now, in the chat, go ahead and vote on which option that you want to. You can see the option there. We'll give it a second for people to vote. All right, looks like it's pretty unanimous. We've got Nantes. All right, so we're going to continue up the coast. So we're not going to play mind games. So the reason I put that to the poll here is because Toulouse also provides us access to Marseille. And look at where you can go from Marseille. You can go to so many different locations. So providing options for Dracula when you're playing Dracula is a very, very good thing. Yeah, well... Unless Van Helsing had some heavy-duty sunblock, he'll be the Daywalker. Correct. All right, so we're gonna move up to Nantes and see what we can do. No, not to... No. Nantes. There we go. Yes. Okay. And we will drop... This one actually matters. So if we can get a card that lets us get influence... I don't think any of these give us influence when they mature. Let's put a Saboteur down, because roadblock tokens are really, really valuable. And we just got an aristocratic vampire, so if we can lose the trail, it's going to be very, very useful. Alright. Okay, so let's see what they do. Oh, do note that every 7 days, there's a despair token that goes on here, which has game effects, which is basically bad for the hunters. So the longer the hunters degrade, take time in finding Dracula, the more powerful he gets, because he's spreading his influence throughout the land. Oh shoot, I didn't see what just happened. Oh no, we're still over. We're dealing with him. We're fine. So Van Helsing just moved to Bordeaux. So that's not great, because that will reveal that we were just in Bordeaux. So we don't want that to happen. So before any cards in hideouts or lairs are revealed, move the hunter to an adjacent city, then reveal only cards in the hunter's new location. So we are going to do this one, and we are going to send him to Toulouse. Yep, wild horses are dragging Van Helsing off the trail. Again, if we were playing with humans, that tells a lot about that kind of telegraphs a lot to the players as to what's going on. So we're going to figure out what's going on. Okay, darkness returns. I'll show you what that does in just a second. All right. She's getting some rail tickets. And Dracula turn. So let's see what that card does really quick. Darkness returns, so we can play this. Dawn is skipped and there is no day during the next hunter phase. Remove all Dracula event cards from the discard pile and shuffle them into the event deck. So This can let us get those Dracula cards back that we played. That gets us a bunch of influence, but I don't think it's gonna matter. All right. Again, if we get to 13 influence, we win the game immediately. So that's what we're trying to do right now. Again, I think it's best... okay, so now we have some options. So now that Van Helsing just left Clermont-Ferrand, we have some options. So we can go to Le Havre, Paris, or Clermont-Ferrand. Oh boy. I need to clear these. Le Havre. Or Clermont-Ferrand. Okay, I'm starting the poll. So go ahead and vote on which one you'd like to go to. So again, this is Le Havre, this is Paris, this is Clermont-Ferrand. So if we do go into the North Atlantic, they would know that we just did that, but they wouldn't know which one we're in. South Atlantic, Mediterranean, they're a little bit blind right now as to where we actually are. So, but we also wouldn't be able to place a event card underneath it. If we're at sea as Dracula, we do not get to do anything like that. Okay, it looks like we're going to Le Havre. I agree, Le Havre. Continue up the coast. And we'll drop... I mean, sure, an aristocratic vampire, I guess. Again, this is just letting us get more influence. Yep. And as you see in chat, if you go into the sea space, you do take damage. So there's that. I'd like to point out that if you do want this game, I am an affiliate. I have an affiliate link over on the right here, at the bottom right. So if you're interested in buying the game and you want to support the channel, you can do it over there. It's currently 24% off. So I think it's like $15 and you'll get the Steam key too. So it would support the channel. And if you aren't already, follow the channel to know when we're going live. That would be great. All right, so we went to Le Havre. And do we want to play this card? I don't think so. They have not played any allies yet. Like, we might want to wait until they have an ally. Yeah. So we're going to finish, and do we want to play Darkness Returns? Which means that they don't get to move. I think we do. I think we do. Yeah, let's... I'm going to put this to another poll. Returns? Darkness Return? Yes or no? Do we want to do it? Do we want to do it? Stop them from moving? Make it so that it's literally impossible to get to Lisbon? Again, Lisbon is going to skyrocket us to victory here. We're not going to win immediately, but it's going to be really close. I mean, it's unanimous. We're doing it. All right, so, yeah, they just go directly. Wow, discard pile. All Dracula event cards are now back in play. All right, so it's now nighttime. They didn't get to move. And they're just resupplying. And they gave me a roadblock. Well, I mean, like, if they're just going to give us stuff like that, that's just great. So, there we go. Do we want to place this right now? Wow. I mean, sure, let's do it immediately. Wow. All right. So we have a lot of options here. We can block off a ton of roads. And I think what would be really funny is if we just, like, say, Van Helsing, good luck. Yeah. Like, you're not going into Spain, buddy. Van Helsing is like, crap. Oh boy. All right, so where are we going? Do we want to go to Brussels, Paris, or do we want to dip into the English Channel? What was that last one? It was Brussels. All right. Start poll. Where do we want to go? All right. Looks like we're continuing up the coast. All right. Give it another 20 seconds in case people want to vote differently. Okay, we got some different people. Looks like Kat wants us to jump into the English Channel. That's fine. That's fine. All right. All right, I think we're going to finish the poll. And we're going to Brussels. And let's put some Zagani bodyguards just behind us here, because we're going to be starting to go up into here, so we want to stay a little bit more safe. And do we want to play Devilish Power and make it so they can't resupply? I mean, honestly, I don't think that's super useful right now. I think we're really good here. Ooh. Do we want... I don't think we want to place one on the third, because this is going to clear out the next ones here. So I don't think we're going to do that. It would just clear it out for us. I mean, it would let us draw and redraw. Discard and redraw. Yeah, he's trying to get down here and clear out that thing. He's not going to be fast enough. Oh, Brussels. Trouble can sprout up. Oh. Oh, I just got that. Brussels sprouts. Yeah, everyone seems to be going towards Spain. I wonder why. Alright. Alright, Dracula. We have to remove a roadblock. Okay, now you can come into Spain. Oh, man. I love toying with my subjects. Alright, they're getting a bunch of items here. Alright. Dracula. Well, Dracula's got a bunch of stuff that he can do, but honestly, like, this is gonna trigger. As long as they don't go here, like... Is it Nantes that we care about? No. Wait. Nope, that's Saboteur. Where's... No? Oh, it's this one. Okay. We want to protect Le Havre. Le Havre will let us win. It should let us win. We'll see. So if they don't go to Le Havre, we're good. I don't think it's very easy for them to get there. All right. So we have options. We can go to Paris, Strasbourg, Cologne, or Amsterdam. What was the other one? Strasbourg. Oops. Oops. Hey, hold on. I forgot to actually put it in. I didn't hit, did I spell it right? It matters to me. Strasbourg. Yes. Okay, there we go. Now start poll. There we go. Okay, now vote for your favorite thing. We are getting a little bit dangerous here, but does Jonathan have any rail tickets? I don't know. Rail tickets are hidden from, like, we know how many they have, but we don't know which ones are, well, what the contents of them are, because they can either move one or two, or depending on the rail line too. You don't know what the value is. Okay, we've got any other people here? Doesn't look like it. All right, so we're going to Amsterdam. Stay along the coast. Stay away from the hunters. Yes. And this might actually be a good spot to drop a Reckless Vampire, because if they do find... Basically, like, we're pretty safe here. This is another, like, backup thing, and because we're in Amsterdam, it's like a hidden spot, so it might let us, like, sneak a win in here. So let's put a Reckless Vampire in Amsterdam. And we just got it. Oh, and now Aristocratic Vampire just matured and got us 8. And the other one, there were 2 vampires that just matured. So we're at 12 now. So we need 1 more influence. So there are cards that allow us to get influence during fights. Where's our fight deck? There it is. Nope. Is there a way to see our fight deck? I don't know if there's a way to see our fight deck. No, it doesn't look like it. Alright, so... maybe this? Ah! Nope, that's not it. Eh! Okay, well, that's not gonna work. Okay. So... I think we're just gonna end the turn here. Because I don't think they can get to us. Again, I think this is already a good card. So, I don't think we're going to do that. Yeah, Aristocratic Vampire. Like, it's either that one triggers or we, like, if that one triggers, we win the game. So that's important to know. Wow, he's all the way... he's, like, sailing the entirety of the Mediterranean just to try to get back to us. And we're already, like, in Germany. Alright. Wow, he still is not finding us. Amina's going into the Mediterranean. They're completely in the wrong spot. Okay. And we have to remove the roadblock. This one is right next to here, so it makes it hard for him to... gives him fewer options to move. I guess I could have removed that to make him think that, like, he could move there. Alright, Van Helsing is just getting more cards. Yep, and we got another roadblock. Nice, nice. Sure. I'm gonna do this immediately. I'm gonna put one here to block him from going north. And another one there to block from there. I mean, at this point, it doesn't hurt to, like, telegraph what I'm doing. Because I'm pretty sure that I just win this game. Okay, where are we moving? See, this is the problem with Amsterdam, is that now we only have, really, 2 movements without going up north to the North Sea. And I suppose we could go into the North Sea. Like, we're really safe right now. Yeah, why don't we put it to a poll? Do we want to go to... Brussels, Cologne. So Brussels, Cologne, or the North Sea. I mean, any one of them is a valid thing right now. So go ahead and vote. And what do we got? We've got Cologne. Anyone else want to throw in their hat in the ring? We got North Sea. Cat with jumping into the ocean again. Always nice. Always appreciated. Anyone else? For the purposes of explanation, I might want to try doing the North Sea just because... Okay, see you later, Mastermind. We will let's jump into the North Sea just for purposes of explanation and to see what they do, because I think it's hilarious. Yes. So I take 2 damage just for moving into the North Sea. And note that this shows up like this. Again, this is just a way for me to show like what happens when we do this. So they know exactly where I am to a point. They know they know I'm not in the Irish Sea. They know I'm not in the. I might be in the North Atlantic because I did put a bunch of these things here. I'm not in the Mediterranean Sea because Mina's there. All right, so we're gonna finish the turn. No, we're just gonna let this go. So Lord Gondalming is gonna move to Lisbon. You're a little bit too late, my friend. Okay, Van Helsing. Again, they're moving into Spain. I don't know why. They need to be going up to here. Oh my god, what have I done? Yeah, I think the AI for the players here, the hunter characters, is they try to go to the last place that Dracula was, but I don't know if that's such a good idea. So we have to remove a roadblock, so let's remove that one. Why not? Okay, Godalming is going to get some items, more items during the night phase. He got lucky. No vampire items. This is dumb. Wow, 4 items in a row and no vampire. 5 items in a row. Ugh! So he's the rich dude. So like when he searches and gets supplies, he gets a ton of supplies. Wow. Okay. Wow. All right, Dracula. So we've got some options here. Well, I mean, we're just gonna move to Edinburgh. Come on. There we go. And when we move to a port, we also we get to place a card. Let's place a hoax because no, we're totally not there. Oh, apparently we don't take it. I thought we took a damage when we went to a port when we're getting off the sea, but apparently that's not the thing. Okay. Again, I don't think we should play Devilish Power because again, like they're like I want them to supply and get us have more cards here. Nah. Nope, don't want to do that. We're doing really well here. Okay, and now we're in Sunday. Oh, we haven't gotten another Despair yet. Why are you moving there? You know that I'm not there. Why are you moving there? Yeah, again, they think I'm way over in Lisbon, but like, look at this. This is where they thought I was. Well, that's obviously just wrong. Mina, oh my god. Are you... She's gonna do her power right now. The one that, if she's in the same space as another person, she can use her power to see if I'm in that region. And the answer will be, no, I'm in England. These guys are kind of derps. Kind of derps. Very much derpy. I can't wait for the better AI. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so good. Yep, they're supplying. They're supplying. More supply. And Mina... Oh my gosh, I'm not in Iberia. No way, I haven't been in Iberia for like 8 turns. Oh my gosh. My turn. I think I can only move 1 space now. Yep. So this is... Going to Britain as Dracula is super dangerous because you're very limited in where you can go. But getting to, like, dropping a bunch of really important vampires in Britain is very good and then leaving, because then it forces them to go deal with them, otherwise you get a bunch of influence. So there's some pretty, like, high level of play in this game that I really, really like. Alright, finish turn. And you can see that this pie chart right here, there's 2 thirds of it filled. Again, if we get all the way to through another week, meaning 7 more turns, full turns, where Dracula gets 7 more turns. At the end of every day, he gets 3 influence. So it's basically like, you gotta go. You gotta go. And I'll show you that ability once it gets back to our turn. Just going back into the water. I don't know what's going on. Maybe they think I'm in Britain right now. I'll remove that one. Sure. They're just gonna resupply and just get a bunch of supply. And nope, just passed. Wow. Okay. So an important reason why I'm doing it this way is because, like, doing Dracula first and then we'll play a game of the Hunters, is we want to be able to know what Dracula has available to him. So now we know, like, the different cards that are available and what sort of things we can expect. So, again, after this game, we'll take a quick break, and we'll come back and play a Hunter game. Alright, so again, just to be clear, like, while all 3 despair tokens, that's what these pie charts are, each time you place a city location card or hide on the trail, advance the influence track by 3. So even if we're behind, if we survive that long, then we just start getting 3 influence per turn, and when you only need 13, like, you're good. You're in a good spot. Okay. So again, do we want to move to Liverpool or to, what is this, London? Liverpool or London? Liverpool, London. Start poll. There we go. So vote in chat what you want to do. Go to jolly old London. Give a few more people a second to check it out, and we'll just finish the poll. All right, we're going to London. All right. Yes. And we'll drop a new vampire, why not? And that means that we win the game because we got 13. We reveal everything and show, like, hey, what's up? We won. And so, that is how we play Dracula's version. So I'm going to take a quick break and reset things, and then we'll be back in a little bit to play Game 2 as the Hunters. Yep, and there's some really great stuff here. Distance traveled, 3,800 kilometers. It's a lot. This was a pacifist run on Dracula's matter. That was great. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. The game I played yesterday to try this out, I, like, killed 3 of them. They were all around me, and they found me a lot, but I just, like, beat them up, and it was great. Alright. So we'll be back in a little bit, and thanks for hanging out and playing some Dracula.